What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Royal King Brian, aka Brian, and we are back doing another live video. So I'm really excited today. This is my first time doing this brand new setup. So it's not finished yet. I'm working on it. I'm getting a lot of things done. I'm adding more lights. I'm adding more cameras. I'm adding a better microphone. But as you guys can see, this is going to be basically the new setup. And there's a whiteboard now. So basically, this is going to be the brand new setup that I have basically for my training videos. I'm gonna have three different setups. I'm going to have my normal upload setup, which you guys already know the upload setup, how that looks. I'm going to have a live just for like conversations, podcasts, interviewing guests, having some special guests. And then I'm going to be having this one, which is going to be for training purposes, training videos. And once again, I said it's not complete. I'm still going to add things up there. I'm going to make the wall up here look nice, a couple of other things. But welcome back, y'all. It's your boy Royal King Brian, and we are just one subscriber away from 970 subscribers. We are one subscriber away from 970 subscribers. As you guys can see, the channel is growing. I got a lot of stuff going on. I've been super busy this week. It's just grinding. We're halfway into the year and I got to make sure that my goals get met. So I've been grinding. But anyway, you know how we do these training videos. It's the same thing as we do the lives. I'm going to be here for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Oh, in case you haven't noticed, sorry, I got caught up. The camera quality is a lot better. I went and bought another camera as well. So as you guys can see, all the videos from now on are going to be in 4K resolution. They're going to look a lot better. So like I said, yeah, I've been working, man. I've been working. So I'm going to be here for 10, 15 minutes. We're going to be doing training videos. I'm going to be doing these at least twice a week or once a week. But yeah, today's topic is we're going to be talking about the philosophies of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. One of my favorite books that I've ever read by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And the key things that he teaches in this book and how important it is. So if you have not picked up this book yet, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I'm going to teach you what it teaches, a little bit of what it teaches inside the book. And if you want to pick up the book, I got the link in the description. The link is in the bio. You can pick up the book right there. It'll go to take you straight to Amazon and you can just get the book right there. So let's get into Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So who is Robert Kiyosaki? He is an Asian guy who is an entrepreneur now. He came from a poor background. Not really poor per se compared to most people's standards, but he wasn't rich. I would say that he wasn't rich. Oh yeah, I see. We got people commenting. Definitely looks better, y'all. Bro. I've been working. This whole week has been exhausting. I've been going everywhere. But yeah, so let's continue going. So basically, there's a philosophy that he teaches. And this is basically going to be the chart right here. So it's going to start with ESIB, and I'm going to be talking about what that means. Let me move the camera a little closer. So in order to become rich, in order to become wealthy, in order to become financially independent, everybody knows that you need to have some type of money. That's why most people go out there and they get jobs because they need some type of money in order to provide. Some people start businesses in order to make money. Some people are self-employed and they work for themselves. And some people just invest into companies. They don't want to do the work themselves, but they have no problem giving some money to other companies so the company could go out there and do the work. So that's basically what ESIB means. And I'm going to go over this. So E is what majority of the people in the world start out as or just do, period, like for their whole life. E is earned income. So basically when you go get a job, you go get basically any job. It could be a doctor, it could be a janitor, a lawyer, a teacher, any job, and you have to go outside and trade your time for money. That means you're going to work 8 hours. That job is going to take 8 hours right? They're gonna take your time and give you some money. So you're earning your income. So E is earned income. That is how majority of people in America and across the entire world make their money. So if you have a job, you're a W-2 employee, you are in the E bracket, right? S means self-employed. Now, these are for people who like drive Uber, people who have their own business, but they don't have enough employees that is considered a business. They just like myself, for example. I have a business, but I am the only employee in my business. So I am self-employed in my business because if I stop working, if I stop doing things, my business will not generate money, right? So my business will fail. So I'm self-employed. So self-employed is the second most common thing. People who don't like working for companies, people who don't like having a boss, people who don't like being told what to do, usually go into self-employed. And a lot of people who are self-employed usually stay self-employed and do not go back into E, right? So this is the most common, second common. Now we're about to go into I. I is for investors. There are people who want to make money, but they don't want to start a business, right? They're like, starting a business is too complicated, it's too much work. I don't know anything about starting a business, but I do know that Apple makes a lot of money and they know what they're doing. So let me put my money in the stock market. Let me invest in Apple. So I is for investments. Let me invest in AT&T because AT&T is a great company. Let me invest in Facebook. Let me invest in Google. So when you invest in companies, the company, not yourself, the company goes out there and makes the money, right? So basically, if the company does better, your money goes up. If the company does worse, your money goes down. So I'm gonna give you guys an example. Let's say I have an investment in AT&T, right? AT&T, the stock has been going up. I got an AT&T when it was worth $29. Now AT&T is worth 30 something, right? So the investment has gone up, meaning the money that I have invested in AT&T has gone up, right? I didn't have to work for that money. I didn't have to trade my time to make that money. I didn't have to be employed in my own business to make that money. I gave it to a company and the company made money and they ended up paying me for it, right? And then the last one is where most people become rich and well off. They start their own business, right? So B is for business, starting a business. So these are the only four ways that you can make money. There's no other way. You're either working a job, either working for yourself, you're either investing it into a business that's already established, or you're starting your own business from the ground up, right? So what Robert Kiyosaki teaches is if you want to become well off, if you want to become financially independent, you have to be in these two brackets, the investor bracket and the business bracket, right? Now, you could become rich per se, right? You could make a lot of money being self-employed or being employed. You could make a lot of money, but you will never have the freedom or the amount of money that these people will have. They will always be ahead and they will always have more time off because they don't have to go out there and do anything, right? The money just comes to them. They could be sleeping, the money will come to them. If you have a job, you have to leave your house every single day. You have to leave your family, you have to leave your kids. You have to stop doing certain things because you have to trade your time. You have to give your company 8 hours of your day, 8 hours of your life every single day in order to make money. And if you're self-employed, you're pretty much working all the time. And that's me, right? I'm working all the time, but I enjoy it because I don't have nobody telling me what to do. I could do it on my own. So if you see right here, it says poor and rich. So this is the biggest difference that Robert Kiyosaki teaches. Most poor people, and I'm going to switch the color of the marker. Most poor people, right, are in this bracket. Most poor people in the entire world, not just the United States, are in this bracket. And by poor means not just money. Usually the unhealthiest people, health-wise, the people with the most health problems, is because of this. People with the most marriage problems is because of this. People who just lack money in general are here, right? So health, relationships, and financially, this is the worst place to be in, right? Because if you're working all the time, you have to work pretty much forever, right? Because you're probably not making a good enough wage to even retire early, to retire on time. And even people who retire, they still have to keep a part-time job because they're not making enough money off the government check, right? Or the social security check, or the disability check, or the retirement check, right? So your earned income is the lowest amount of money that you will make, right? Self-employed, it's a lot of work because you have to do majority of everything. Like for my own business, I am my manager, I am the accountant, I am the supervisor, I am the employee, I am the tax person, I am the marketer, I am the salesperson, right? So you do a lot. So these are the two worst places to be in, right? Now, if you want to become wealthy, if you want to become rich, you want to become financially independent, you have to get on this one, right? And I'm doing this one in green, right? And the thing is that anybody in America, I don't know about any other country, anybody in America could go from here to here, or here to here, or here to here, or here to here. Anybody can do it. This is not only just for rich people. This is how people get rich, right? So I'm going to teach you guys how to go from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, because I've been able to do it, right? So I have a famous quote by John D Rockefeller. If you don't know who John D Rockefeller is, he was one of the most successful, richest people in the world, not just the United States, in the world. And he has a famous quote saying that he who works all day has no time to make money. Let me say that again. He who works all day has no time to make money. Now, what does that mean? If you're working all the time, you should be making money, right? The company's making more money off you, the business is making more money off you than you are, right? So if a company's paying you $100 per day, right? Let's say $15 an hour, $20 an hour, even $25 an hour, right? The company's gonna end up paying you like $200 per day. That company probably made more money off of you than you did yourself. And the thing is that you're gonna have to go right back the next day, and you have to go right back the next day, you have to go right back the next day. Now, he who works all day has no time to make money, right? Because the less you work, the more money you'll be able to make. If you're here. If you're here, the less you work, the more money you'll be able to make. So I'm gonna give you an example of LeBron James, right? LeBron James, he is here, right? But he is also here. He is an employee. He is an employee of the NBA. He gets a check from the NBA to go work. He has to leave his house to go do a job, right? So LeBron James, yeah, he makes a couple $1 million. Let's say he makes $100 million, right? But one day he's gonna have to stop working. He's not going to be able to work forever. Sorry guys, if my phone's going off, right? So what happens once he stops working? The money's gonna go down. The thing is that he has taken this money, the money from his job, and he has made some investments. He has started a couple of businesses, right? So now, while he's sleeping, his money is making money because he's invested it. While he's sleeping, his business is making money. Even the days that he doesn't play basketball, the stock market is open, so he's making money. Even the days that he's not playing basketball, his website is open, so people are buying his product, people are buying his merch. So eventually he could stop doing this one because this one is going to make so much money, he no longer needs to do basketball, right? And that goes for everything. I remember when I started, I had 2 jobs, right? As a teenager, I had 2 jobs. And then I started investing. I started having my own business, right? Dynasty. And then I was able to leave 1 job. So I went from 2 jobs to 1 job. But I went from 2 jobs to 1 job and 1 business because I started my business first, right? And then eventually my business was making more money than my second job, right? Then eventually, after years and years and years, I was able to keep taking the money that I have from here, from my job, and then I started investing. I started putting more money into my business to the point that I no longer had to work, right? He who works all day has no time to make money. The less that you do this, and the more you do this, the faster you'll be to getting rich, well off, and financially independent, right? So again, I took it from my job, I started a business, and I'm self-employed. So now I'm taking the money, instead of taking the money from my job here and here, I'm taking the money from here, putting it here and here. Eventually, I'm not gonna need to run a business because my investments are gonna pay me enough. And one day, my investments is gonna pay me enough that I could hire somebody so I can get out of this S, I can get out of here, hire someone to run my business. Now I'm no longer self-employed because I have a person running my business, right? Now, there's a big, big difference between being rich and financially independent. Big, big difference between rich and financially independent. Because like I said, LeBron James, he was rich, but he didn't have financial independence. He had to go to work in order to make the money. Let's talk about 50 Cent, the rapper 50 Cent. When he was a rapper, he was an employee to a record company, right? Then he started his own business, G Unit. He started investing into companies. He invested into Coca-Cola. You don't hear 50 making music anymore. He doesn't need to. He actually makes less money off his job, which is music, than he makes off of this. Jay-Z, one of my favorite role models, idols, and people who I aspire to be like. He was a rapper. That was his job. Now he has a whole bunch of businesses and a whole bunch of investments. You barely hear Jay-Z rapping now. Because why? Why would he work to make less money? And again, anybody can do this. Whether you make minimum wage or you make a great salary, all you have to do is take your earned income and start putting it into investments or just start running a business, right? Now, I know people who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, right? I know people who are in their 60s and can't retire. They've worked 40 plus years and they can't retire because their retirement check is not going to be enough for them to live their life, right? So they could be retired, but they have to take a part-time job on the end, right? I know people in their 50s, I know people in their 40s that they're just like, their highlight of their life right now is I can't wait to retire. That's all they're looking forward to. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, they're like, I can't wait to retire. I know people in their 30s who are like, man, I can't wait to retire. You have to work another 30 years. Why would I do something for 30 more years just to retire? When you can retire yourself, you don't have to work at that job. You just have to get smart. You have to start reading books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? You have to start reading books like Think and Grow Rich. They're going to teach you what to do with your money. A lot of people can say, oh, I'll put my money in a savings account. Putting your money in a savings account would not do anything for you, right? And I'm going to give you a good example why. Saving your money will not do anything for you because, yeah, I'm going to make this line right here, right? I'm going to make this line right here. I hope you guys can see that. So you're saving, you're making money, you're making money, you're making money, you're saving, right? But we have heard of a thing called inflation, right? And inflation goes up every single year. So while you're making more money, inflation is going up. The price of milk, the price of gas, the price of corn, the price of cereal. So basically, you see it's going to catch up with your savings. Now, if you're investing your money, investing grows way faster than savings because savings just grows at 1 or 2%. The stock market on every single year, the S&P 500, averages about 7 to 8%. So instead of putting your money in a savings account, you invest it and your investment will grow this faster, right? So now inflation is going up. Inflation is going up, but your money is going up so much faster that you actually see the potential and you see the profits, right? So for myself personally, I'm 30 years old right now, right? And I already knew as a teenager because I started working really, really early. I had 2 jobs at 16 years old. I already was working 2 jobs, a Monday through Friday job and a weekend job. And I already knew at that time that I did not want to work for the rest of my life. I did not want to wait till I was 50 or 60 to retire. I want to be able to retire at 40 years old. I am 32 right now, so I have 8 more years of working, basically doing what I'm doing, being self-employed, having a business, stuff like that. I want to retire at 40 because I do not want to miss out when I had kids. I don't have kids right now because of a job. I don't want to miss my kids' first steps because I was at work. I don't want to miss my kids' baseball game because I was at work. I don't want to miss taking my kid to his first haircut appointment or his second haircut appointment, or seeing that my kid's tooth fell, and all these fun memories that a lot of people get to miss because they have to go to their job, right? People miss out on so many great potential and hitting opportunities because they have to leave to go to work, right? So I want to be able to spend as much time with my kids, with my family, with my wife, with my dog as possible. And the only way to do that is to get on this side of the bracket. There is no way that you can do this because you have to go and work all the time, right? So I made up my mind a long time ago that I was going to start up a business, right? So as you guys can see, Dynasty, right? Now, what is the benefit of having a business besides going to work, right? So when you go to work, you have a schedule. Let's say you work Monday through Friday for 8 hours, right? You have to go to work for 8 hours, right? That's the only way that you make money. That is the only way that you make money. You have to trade your time. Here, I'm going to give you job 8 hours and you're going to give me back some money, right? When you have a business, you don't have to trade anything. You create a system, you create a website. I'm gonna give you guys some free game, right? Some free game. You create a website. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the comments. Create a free website where even where you're sleeping, you can make money. Even while you're at a baseball game, you can make money. Even while you're spending time with your family, spending time with your kids, spending time with your daughter, with your son, spending time just at the beach, you can make money. Now, how can you do that? So I'm gonna give you guys an example. You see this t-shirt right here, right? It's on my website. A website, unlike an actual physical store, it doesn't close. It's open 24/7, 7 days a week, right? It's open Monday through Sunday, 24 hours in the day, right? So I can be sleeping and someone could be on my website at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and buy my product. I'm making money without even knowing it, right? I can have my website open and somebody is buying like my services, my products, right? People are buying my merchandise while I'm at the beach. I'd be waking up and I'm like, oh wow, I made money. I haven't had to clock in yet, right? I haven't had to clock into work. When I was working at my other job in downtown, there was times that I would wake up to go to work and I already had made more money by my website, right? By sales than I did going to work. And I was like, why am I coming to this job? I've already made money. I haven't even had to clock in and I've made more money, right? So anybody can do this. Anybody can go to GoDaddy.com right now and start up their own website and sell something. Anything. You can sell anything. You can sell hats. You can sell jewelry. You can sell watches. You can sell clothes. You can sell pictures. You can sell your service. You can sell yourself. Like, I will grade your resume. I will teach you Spanish. I will teach you Mandarin, and people will pay you for it, right? So that's basically a lot longer than I wanted it to be. But Rich Dad, Poor Dad, there's so many good lessons in this book. That is just one of them. Earned income, self-employed. That is what majority of the poor people in the entire world, not just the US, are at right here. Now, if you want to get rich, you want to get wealthy, you want to be financially independent, you have to become an investor and you have to become a business owner. There is no way around it. There is no way around it. So when you are in the E column and the S column, you always have to work. That's what it says there. I'm not sure you can see it. You always have to work, right? But when you're in the I and B column, it gives you freedom because you get to earn money without having to trade your time for money, without having to go to work for it, right? So I hope you guys like this training. I'm gonna be doing these on a couple of books, on a couple of subjects. And once again, I'm still setting up everything. So it's just day one, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this training. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be leaving it up, just for anybody who wants to watch it later on. If you know someone that might be interested in this type of information, share this with them. If you know anybody who's interested into trying to start a business, into trying to create money for themselves, into being financially independent and financially free, share this video with them. Thank you guys. Remember to leave a like. Thank you guys for the comments. Shout out Tony. I see my mom is here, my bro's here. Shout out to everybody. So give this video a like. If you're subscribed to the channel, thank you guys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We are 31 subscribers away. 31 subscribers away from getting 1,000 subscribers. And it's gonna be big deal once we get to 1,000, and I know it's gonna happen. So once again, it's your boy Robbie King Brian, aka Brian. Thank you for the 5 people watching. Thank you for the 4 likes. Hope you guys enjoy the new camera, the new setup. I'm telling you, I've been super busy this week, y'all. I've been super busy, just setting it up for everybody, man, and doing a lot of reading too. So once again, Rich Dad Poor Dad. The link is in the bio, in the description. If you want to pick it up straight from Amazon, all you gotta do is click the link in the bio, and you can pick it up. So it's your boy Robbie King Brian, aka Brian. Peace, y'all. Have a good one.